Here in Edmonton, Alberta, between games 1 and 2 of the 2024 Stanley Cup Playoffs, joined as always by Scott Burnside. Now, Scott, you talked with players and coaches today about not overreacting to a difficult game 1. Why has that been important for the Kings to stick with the game plan going into game 2?
Well, I'm sure fans might be wondering, how come the Kings aren't on the ice right now practicing the penalty kill? Why aren't they working on their gap control after a 7-4 loss in game 1? Well, the plan going into this series was they were going to take today off, the day between games 1 and 2, recovery day, save energy, get ready for game 2. The fact that game 1 ended in such a disappointing fashion isn't reason enough to turn the plan on its ear. And I think the message to the team is, hey, we have things to correct, but they are fixable, and we are going to stick with the plan, fix those problems, and be ready for game 2 Wednesday night here in Edmonton.
Now, just because the Kings didn't practice doesn't mean they didn't work on things, right? Doesn't mean they didn't discuss things. So looking at game 1, the main focal point was rush chances. And Scott, how important was Edmonton's offense off the rush in determining that 7-4 game?
Well, it goes back to the whole game plan. How do you want to play this series? What system do you want? Kings want to impose their will on the Edmonton Oilers. It didn't happen in game 1, and so much of that was, Connor McDavid with 5 assists and so much speed through the neutral zone. And then the Kings spoke both after the game and on Tuesday on the off day about the need to clog that middle up, force the Oilers to the edge. It's how the Kings had success throughout the regular season. Watch some video. So those discussion points will be put into place in the plan on Wednesday morning.
It definitely will be. And one thing that was really interesting about game 1, the areas the Kings didn't think they did a great job of were strengths of this team all year. We talked about rush chances. Another area was the penalty kill. The Kings went 1 of 4 on the PK. That's been a strength of this group all year. Just having things like, those two areas that have been strengths being the things that went wrong, maybe give this group a little bit of confidence going into game 2.
Yeah, well, I think it has to. It's the number 2 penalty killing unit throughout the regular season. You know that you can do the job. Listen, Edmonton's power play is dynamic. It is what it is. But I think that what you'll see with the video work done on Tuesday is that you'll see a little bit different structure, maybe a little bit more aggressiveness on the penalty kill. And the hope is that things will even out, that the water will find its own level as this series goes along, beginning with game 2 on Wednesday night.
So game 1 is one game. The LA Kings are down 1-0 in the series. A split in Edmonton is still a possibility. That's what they've gotten here each of the last 2 years. That's the focus going into game 2.